David Knowles, Reconciliation Recovery, hashtag I got well. Welcome back for another segment. I want to start this out by recapping where we were before. We were on diligence plus virtue would equal courage. Why are these important? On the YouTube version, I mentioned that this is a recipe for greatness because you're building a character that is going to be great. This is about your success. This is about you not continuing to identify with the person that you were, but understanding who you are today. So once you got the diligence taken care of, you got the virtue, and you've added those two together, and you've come up with this courage to stand up with your head held high saying, I got well, there's something else that must take place. You must start to walk in the knowledge of what you've acquired. See, knowledge is like having this blank slate and then start filling it with different components. And these different components that you're filling it with are going to start speaking to you in different ways. But you have to understand what you're going to fill it with is what you're going to put out. So you have to have an understanding of what you're dealing with. That's why it's important to have knowledge. It's important to have knowledge. Knowledge is that intimacy about something. What are you intimate with? What do you know? A lot of times we were only intimate with whatever we suffered with, or we were intimate with the problem that we had. Say it was your finances. Say your finances were messed up. You had an intimate knowledge about how bad they really were. And what did you try to do? Try to hide it, try to keep it to yourself, or you slept on it and let it worry you for the rest of the night. But then came that moment when you were released from that worry, when you started taking care of those finances in the same fashion. That's how you have to do your life. Once you understand what you've been dealing with, you develop the knowledge of it. And as you start to move past it, you start to gain access into something else. And that's where we're going. So once you develop this diligence to pursue, and you acquire that virtue, that valor, that vigor, that one thing that keeps you going, and it should be the fact that you got well, and you get that courage to walk with your head held high, and you have the knowledge to answer the person that asks you, why do you have such confidence today? Why do you have such a good attitude today? Now you've acquired that. There's something else you got to get. The next step in this recipe for greatness. In a recipe for greatness, I will say this. Just like a woman standing at a stove, or even a chef, a man standing at a stove, putting seasons into a mix takes preparation, so does this. And that's why we're taking it so slow. So, I tell you what. Hashtag I got well. Join the conversation. People are talking.